Good day, everyone. This is Tim, and I hope you're doing well. And this is a gorgeous day here in Melbourne, Australia. So this is late afternoon, early evening, and if you're in North America, I think it's probably in the middle of the night. So thank you so much for joining. And really excited to be here and been doing so much exploring. Got a chance to get the lay of the land, so to speak, in terms of food with a food tour. Fantastic. And I think from all the places we visited, from a nice cup of coffee, a macaron, some banh mi and dumplings, and literally a smoking hot chocolate. I think Melbourne has a little bit of a heads up in terms of food over Sydney. So pretty amazing here. And this is a busy weekend. This is Formula One weekend. And when I came over here from Sydney on the sleeper car, I made a new friend, Alex, who was sharing the cart. He got the upper, I got the lower. And Alex, if you see this, my apologies for the snoring. But anyhow, he was here for the Formula One race, and I couldn't resist, and I did some exploring, checking out the festivities, and wouldn't you know it, I was just right around here by the river area, and lo and behold, there is a beautiful building, and I think that is the Crown Casino. And I couldn't resist but to go inside and check it out. And wouldn't you know it, they have a buffet. And because this is a busy weekend, everything is booked. But luck would have it, they have one remaining table thanks to a cancellation. So I snatched that up. So I can't wait to give it a try. And I think this is probably the best buffet here in Melbourne. And I can't wait to give it a try. I hope you're hungry. I can't wait. And again, we're a little bit early. Can't even speak. We're a little bit early. So I always like to check out the buffet when it's nice and pristine. And I think we're just about to cross the road. And here we go. Hopefully we'll have a nice meal and also a nice view as well. So come on, let's go.
Somebody can hold the boat. It's one of their lessons. Thank you.
It's interesting, back home they go the other way around, but here we go. It is so nice to be in a nice, cool, dark place because it's actually getting pretty hot outside, and it's even though it's autumn, it feels like summer, and it's dark in here because right over to the right they have a casino, and of course where you have the casinos, you have the good buffets, and while they have one down there, which looks pretty nice, I think we will go for the one up there. And I think we are still a bit early. Just gonna check out the festivities of the Formula One, and I'll take you back when the buffet opens. All right, so just a little bit early, like half an hour early, and hopefully they open up, and can't wait to give it a try up these grand staircases. And I think I am beating the line here because I think there's like an hour and a half, 2 hour limit. So coming early is kind of nice, and we'll have to do the buffet Formula One style. Come on. Oh, hey Taz. Hey Arjun. Hi.
Would you like me to show you to your table?
This looks beautiful.
Well, let me show you to your table.
Oh, thank you. Hi there. Hi.
Just this table over here.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. So nice to grab a table here. And I think they gave a wonderful table because right down there, you can see the beautiful buffet and this grand dining room. And I think they're letting people in already. But right behind me is the beautiful Riverside. And while it's sunny now, I think within an hour, the sun is gonna set and we'll get a nice view of the river at night. So there is a bit of a time constraint with the buffet. So early on, I did a little bit of reconnaissance, kind of planned out the attack like the Formula One racers do. So I think we're gonna start the buffet while I work the plan. Really great seafood, beautiful roasts, and of course the Asian station with the crispy pork and the duck. So while I'm working out the plan of attack, I think the cocktail is due, and I see it coming right now. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you so much. That is looking so refreshing. 2 massive lychees, and nice and cold. Cheers. Oh, that is so good and so refreshing and very dangerous because it is so easy to drink. And I think we got to go for one of the lychees. A little bit of a dunk. Very nice. And I think with that, we'll go for the buffet. All right, and it is getting busy here, and it just opened officially like a minute ago. And I think we'll go for the appetizers first. Crab plate. And we are off to a good start. A beautiful table of sashimis and sushis. I think let's go for the sashimi first. And this is kingfish. Let's go for one. Beautiful. And I think this is the belly with a little bit of garnish. Always nice to get some veggies in. A little bit of the salmon belly. Right here. Okay, and look at the fatty goodness. Moving on. A little bit of sashimi or a little bit of sushi right here. And I remember Andre was saying, always try the tamago to test the quality of the chef right here. And one more. All right, and let's see what else. The beautiful rolls, I think. Salmon roll along with a crab roll. All right, and moving along, let's see. This is seared tuna. We'll go for a little bit, very colorful and hard to pick up. Such a beautiful plate. All right, and I think this is a salad area all the way down. And we have a sous vide chicken and quinoa and fennel salad. Let's try a little bit of this. Very pretty. All right, and let's see what else. So the salads in Australia are wonderful. They have a steak salad, a prawn and couscous salad. That is so pretty. Let's go for a little bit. And the plate is getting wonderfully full. Some beetroot salad. And I think this is a niçoise salad. Kind of fun to say. Okay, and I can't resist a little bit of grilled zucchini, feta. Let's see, a little bit here. Give it a shake. There we go, with the zucchini on top. This is the make your own salad station. Beautiful. Oh, and tamales. Let's see. A little bit here with a little bit of hummus, some beetroot, and some avocado. This is the color of the Canadian flag, except for the green and some of the other colors. Okay, let's see. Oh, some cheeses. Oh, and I think I remember this in Spain. This is a fresco cheese. And I think a little bit of that with some quince paste for dessert might be nice. Oh, and here we go. This is a dessert. This is not dessert. This is my dessert. This is a seafood station. And it is busy as it should be. Beautiful prawns. Let's go for one because the plates are pretty small and moving on. Oh, a beautiful scallop ceviche. But I think I have an idea because with all this wonderful oysters, we'll put one here and we'll put another one. And instead of the mignonette, we will top that off with the scallop ceviche, oyster number 1 and oyster number 2. And maybe we'll just try a little bit and a little bit of the mignonette as well. Moving on, we've got the beautiful crabs, the mussels, and more shrimp, and some charcuterie. But I think this will do it for round number 1. All right, this is a bright sunny day, and it is wonderful where the appetizers and the food is illuminated by the sun. And I couldn't resist. I had to get the leek and potato soup because that looks absolutely delicious. And this is a zucchini flour deep fried. And etiquette aside, let's give it a try. But in the leek and potato soup. Wow. This is the first time I've had deep fried zucchini flowers, but certainly not the last because I'm going to go for some more because it is stuffed with cheese and some veggies fried to perfect crispness. Very good. I got to try the soup. All right. A nice, luscious, creamy, leaky potato. Oh. That is rich and hearty and comforting, but somehow there's a lightness to it as well. I think that's coming from the leeks. Very good. But before things start getting warm, we'll need to try some of the appetizers here. I can't wait to dig in, and I see they have a finger bowl there. So I'll probably go for the crab and all the other crustaceans a little bit later. Just too much work, but for now, there's so many things to try. I think I will try the kingfish first. A little bit of a dip. Very tasty, very fresh, sweet like scallops, and a wonderful delicate texture, just firm enough, but not too firm. Very nice. And I think we need to try the tamago. And of course, this is a test of the sushi chef. A little bit of soy. That is not tamago, that is tofu, so it's really hard to judge. An honest mistake, but let's make up for it with the tuna ceviche, or I think this is a seared tuna, and I think it's got a little bit of sauce on it, but we'll add some more cross cultures with the soy and wasabi. Oh, okay. When you're here, go for the seared tuna and don't use the soy sauce or the wasabi. Beautiful textures, perfectly seared, and there's a bit of crunch to it. Very tasty. And I think this is a salad I would not regret getting because this is a very fragrant shrimp salad with a little bit of pieces of pomelo. Let's give that a try. And the messier the salad is, the better it tastes. The shrimp is cooked perfectly, and a little bit of the pomelo gives it a nice pop. This is Thai flavored inspired. Very nice. But I've been dying to try the oysters with the scallop ceviche, but I think we will try the ceviche on its own carefully. And maybe I'm using the wrong utensils. Let's go for a spoon. All right, much better. The proper tool for the proper job. That ceviche is so fresh and citrusy and a little bit of kick with the jalapeno. And I can't wait to see how it's going to taste with the oysters. This is going to be good. Oh, and it is. Perfect way to combine the flavors. Really fresh ceviche and really fresh oysters, plump and sweet, and a little bit of the mignonette helps with a little bit more acid. Very nice. And messy. But those are the breaks. So I'm going to finish this really quickly because there is so many more stations up ahead, so many more dishes, including all those wonderful roasts. So again, I'm going to hurry up and I'll take you back to a continuation of a beautiful buffet. Oh, so what a wonderful quick first round. The shrimp was a little bit of work, so I was so glad I didn't get the crab, but so delicious, nice and meaty and red. And since I forgot the sauce, not an issue. The leek and potato soup to the rescue, very delicious. And there's just something about a fresh, fatty salmon belly that just tastes oh so good. Nice and succulent and sweet. And with all the cultures here, a little bit of the tamale, very tasty. And for a little bit of health, the zucchini salad, foregoing the manners, using the hands with that lettuce cup. Very delicious. So I think with that, it is time for round 2. And let's go check it out. And it is beautiful here because the sun is setting. Perfect time for more food. All right, so the buffet is going strong and the dining room is so full now. And I'm going to take a detour because this is the dessert area, which is nice and pristine. But this is probably the last time you're going to see it in this condition. I think it's going to be devoured in the next 10-15 minutes. And those are the hardworking chefs at the back, cooking everything made to order and keeping the buffet line stocked and full. So it's kind of hard to figure out where to start. I think I'll take you where we left off at the leek and potato soup. And this might be a mistake because the lineup is quite significant. All right, some beautiful veggies, some mussels, and these are the stringiest calamari I've ever seen. I'm gonna give it a try. A little bit of squash, okay. And the seafood in Australia is second to none. Let's go for a little bit of fish right here. And I can see all the wonderful roasts and steaks at the back. Oh, what do you have there?
Beef.
Oh, can I get a little bit of beef? Oh, thank you so much. And what is this?
Gravy.
Gravy and then the meat?
Lamb.
Oh, a little bit of lamb and maybe a little bit of the porchetta, please. Oh, that's wonderfully nice and fatty. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Porchetta, please.
Sirloin. Slice of sirloin.
Oh, wow, that's a big piece. Thank you so much. Not sure what goes with what, but give it a try. Yeah, a little bit of gravy. All right, and moving on, some beautiful chicken and some expert wok cooking over there. And let's see, oh, and I think with the steaks, I think we need a little bit of the potatoes. And this is nice and oily. Okay, and while we also have the meat, I think this is meat number 2. This is cheek. This is beef cheek. And I'm wondering what cheek it is, the cheek from the front or the cheek from the back. But let's go for a little bit here. Okay, some trout. But the one thing with fish at a buffet, there is a big risk of them drying out. But let's see. So we're going to skip that. And we will go for a seafood gnocchi. Again, wonderfully oily in the best possible way. Right over here. All right, and we got to go for a little bit of pasta. A little bit of cannelli. Right over here. A little bit of cheese. And this brings us to the end of this section here. And there are more sections to go, but with all the beef and the pork, I think I have to take this back before things get cold. My goodness, sometimes I say it's nice to come back to the table and find something new, but this is looking a little bit intimidating. So while I was at the buffet, they have brought over a lobster, and this is not just any regular lobster. This is Lobster Mornay, and along with that, I have to compete my time with the sirloin and the crispy porchetta, and also the accompaniments. And just to be absolutely clear, this is not included in the buffet. When I asked if they had lobster in the seafood area, they said you have to order it. So I thought they make it fresh to order and you can order as many as you want. But nope, this they charge you and it's not too bad. This is about $30. And if you convert that into American, it's probably like $5 because the FX is quite low for Australia. Sorry, Australia. But no, really beautiful here. Half a lobster with this wonderful cheesy Mornay sauce. And they trick you with this massive heap of salad to get you to eat your greens. But I wonder, what do they do with the other half of the lobster? It's going to go to waste, just bring it here. But let's give that a try. We'll need to do a little bit of rearranging carefully. And this is looking absolutely delicious. All right, so I think we'll grab our knife and a fork. Okay, wonderfully grilled. And I think they pre-cut this for you, so it's a little bit easier. All right, you just gotta dig into it. Okay, look at that. And if that wasn't enough Mornay sauce, I think they give you a little bit more. This is so refined and as good as a Lobster Mornay in the Sydney Fish Market was. I think the sauce here is much better. Very delicate, really holds together. I think a little bit of tarragon as well. All right, a little bit of sauce. But look at that luscious lobster meat, perfectly grilled, nice and succulent and sweet, and a little bit of cheesy, gooey Mornay. Oh, very nice. Just need to figure out what they're doing with the second half of the lobster. But while we do that, we got to try the steaks before they get cold or colder. We need to go for the steaks. And this is a sirloin. And this is absolutely butter knife tender. And it's wonderful because we have a little bit of fat and a little bit of the gravy. That sirloin is perfectly cooked, and even though it's not like a prime rib or what they call a scotch here, this is really tender. A little bit of a bite, as a sirloin should have, but very tasty. And this is almost like a race against time with the hot lobster and the meats, but I think we need to go for a little bit of lamb. There's nothing worse than lamb that's gotten a little bit too cold, but a little bit of grainy mustard. Wonderfully roast lamb. And I think the steak and the lobster is a winner, but let's try the porchetta. All right. That is shatteringly crisp. I think I'm just going to go for that fatty side, which is nice and fatty on one side and grilled and crispy on the other. I'm not sure if you can hear the crunch. And that porchetta has been cooking for a long time, so the meat and the fat is nice and soft and rendered, but that crackling skin, thick and crunchy, really well done. Oh. That crunch, I can hear it. And a little break from the meats, let's go for the fish. All right. A little bit of the white fish, and I think this is beans. So this is seafood cassoulet. The fish is so tender. I was afraid that it was going to be dry, but believe me, this is meaty and tender and flaky. That is so good. And I think we'll need to get a little bit of that potato and bring it to the wonderful meats. And we will combine the best of both worlds. Steak, a little bit of meat, and a little bit of potatoes for that perfect bite. There we go. Very good. That potato is wonderfully roasted, nice and crispy on the outside and soft and fluffy on the inside. Oily as well to soak up all that wonderful flavors. Oh, I'd be happy with a steak and potato as well as the lobster. But I gotta try the beef cheek, which is over here, and I'll do a little bit of a switch. And there is a lot of plate shuffling going on. And I think beef cheeks is a cut that is a little bit tough, so it gets stewed for a very long time so that it is nice and tender. And this is absolutely nice and tender as well. And I suspect the cheek is the front of the cow, not the back. That beef cheek and that sauce has been slow cooked to perfection with a beautiful braise, and the tendons and the fat and the meat all melds into one with that wonderful sticky tacky sauce that holds everything together. Oh, that's so good. So I'm going to finish this off, and it's a race against time, kind of like the Formula One, because things are cooling down, and I'll take it back, but I think I got to try one of those gnocchi first with a shrimp. Creamy potato fluffiness, like a pillow that absorbed all that wonderful oil and butter and cheese. So lots of work to do, and I'll finish this up and I'll take you back for that other section of the station that we haven't seen. I think it's an Asian station. This is a lot of work. And it is so busy here. That was a lot of food, and the pasta did me in. And I never thought I'd say this, but that was too much lobster, at least for the buffet. And this is where I ended up with. So let's grab a plate and we will continue on. And I believe this is the Asian section, the prawn crackers for the kiddies. And I think we'll need to start off with a foundation of this fried rice. Right over here. Here we go. A little bit of veggies and some noodles right there. So I hope I'm not disturbing. All right, and moving on. Oh, this is soup number 2. As a kid, this is my favorite. This is corn soup, and it's thick and comforting. And let's see, some spicy garlic chicken and a mixed seafood. And normally I would go for that, but I think I'm just too full with that round 2. But oh my goodness, look at this. This has got to be the crispiest pork I've ever seen, and that is looking so good. Let's give it a try. All right, we will go for 2 cubes. You guys keep this really well stocked here. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and more. All right, and look at this, hot from the kitchen. These, I think, are the Peking duck, all rolled up for you. Oh, and more duck with a fresh roasted duck out of the kitchen. Let's go for a few. Next to the wrapped duck, a little bit of garnish with some scallions as well. Hey Sanjeev.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, this is fantastic. We're just moving on to the Indian station. And did you make the naan?
Naan, please, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Can you show this one?
Oh, yes, please. Oh. So really kind of Sanjeev to make some fresh naan. And as good as these look, there's nothing like a freshly prepared naan, and Sanjeev is just checking it over there. Oh. Thank you, Sanjeev. Can I have maybe just 2?
Two, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, nice and crispy.
That's naan.
Oh, no, that's beautiful. Thank you, Sanjeev. So now that we have the naan, we need something to go with it. And I think we're moving on to the wrong station there. If that's okay, we can mix things up. These are the Singapore or Indonesian chicken satay skewers. And as much as I would love to use the tongs, it's just a little difficult with a dousing of the peanut sauce and more. Oh, thank you, Sanjeev. All right, I wish he did not do this. How can you resist? This is a fresh pizza with a lot of meat, but I think I'm gonna go for the butter, for the paneer Indian pizza. So this is cheese on more cheese on Indian cheese. right over here. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's see. So we've got the garlic naan, the papadoms, the tandoori chicken, and this is what we need for the naan, and this is my favorite. This is the lamb Rogan Josh, absolutely the favorite. In here with the gravy, a little bit of rice in the form of biryani, a good substrate for the Rogan Josh. Oh. And my favorite, this is not only paneer, this is aloo paneer, so potato and cheese right here, and we'll top it up. So with the fresh naan and the paneer and all the wonderful gravies, we got to get back because this won't wait. Okay, so unfortunately, I went a little bit overboard and this round is a little much. From the Asian area, and really grateful for Sanjeev for the fresh naan. And again, it's nice to have something new at the table. The lychee martini was done, and now this is a buttery Chardonnay. Cheers to you, and look at that beautiful sunset. So I think I am gonna continue on with this course because time is ticking and we still need to get to the dessert. But I think I gotta try that wonderful crispy pork because I don't want that to go any soggy, and a little bit of the hoisin sauce. Oh. Just like the porchetta, that is shad and really crisp, and similar with the porchetta, the layers of fat and meat. And I think this is the end piece, so it's a little bit more fat. But that skin is nice and crispy. And speaking of skin, I think we need to go for the Peking duck wrap. So they wrap this up for you, and there is a little bit of cucumber and scallions with a little bit of that hoisin sauce. So this is like an inverted Peking duck wrap, and it is getting messy. Oh. That is wonderfully messy and nice and meaty, lots of meat, a little bit of skin, and of course the nice refreshing cucumber and scallions. Once again, alcohol to the rescue. Cheers. And I think we need to attack the naan before it gets too cold. And again, Sanjeev, thank you so much for this wonderful crispy naan. And I think we will go, excuse the reach, we will go for a bit of the Rogan Josh. Okay. And all they're missing is a little bit of the raita. Nice crispy naan and a wonderful soft luscious lamb with a beautiful gravy, a little bit of kick as a Rogan Josh should be. I gotta try the paneer next. And a little bit of paneer, a little bit of aloo, a little bit of potato, all three goodness. Some gravy. Creamy potato, wonderful cheesy paneer. And speaking of cheese and paneer, we need to go for this pizza. Let's check the undercarriage. Okay, a little bit blonde, but let's give it a try. If we're going to go for the pizza, go for the pepperoni. That looks very delicious. And if you're going for the paneer, go for the aloo paneer and the naan. The pizza is so-so. To make up for that, we have a trio of skewers, and they are all of the same kind. My favorite, chicken. Very nice, and I think they were grilling these fresh. So this is going to be a quick round 3, and it was intended to be a very small one, but with the fresh naan from Sanjeev, I just couldn't resist. So I'm going to finish this up, and we'll take you finally for dessert and just a little bit of wine. Cheers. And all you can hear are sounds of champagne bottles popping, a beautiful sound to embrace. So the time limit is fast approaching, and too many dishes, and we are going for dessert now. And this is inspiration of the Formula One, and the desserts look absolutely scrumptious. Oh, we'll grab a plate. So starting off, we have a little bit of fruit, but quickly we go into this beautiful chocolate fountain. And if one chocolate fountain wasn't enough, this is the second one, and I hope you can see that through the reflection, and more items for said fountain. But I think but time is of the essence. And oh, look at these crepes. Oh, that looks beautiful. All right, and then moving on, a bit of gelato in the form of sorbet and mango, the beautiful desserts. So really kind of them for keeping everything stocked up, and we will go for a few. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is a cheesecake, but I'm gonna skip that in lieu for a raspberry cream puff. All right, so we are gonna go easy and okay. But look at this, an apple crumble, a nice healthy dessert because it's fruit. All right, and since we skipped the original cheesecake, we will go for the strawberry cheesecake. And this is very pretty, right over here. All right, and this looks beautiful. This is a mocha Baileys. So I think a little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of Baileys for that perfect dessert or the perfect bite. Okay, and I think I'm running out of room, but oh my goodness, look at this. So I think I only have room for 2 or 3 more desserts, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is tricky. Which one would you choose? This is a strawberry jelly, and this is a chestnut and a raspberry tart. And I think I will go for this cherry blossom. Delicately, and as we speak, we have stocking up on these wonderful pastries, and I think there is room for one more. This is a orange sachet cake, I think, right over here. And I think that is all the plate can take, but maybe just one more for a Ferrero Rocher type of thing. This is a blueberry coconut rocher, and I think this will make a perfect dish for dessert. All right, so 90 minutes has come and gone, and actually the time limit for the buffet is 2 hours, so lots of time to spend, and I could not resist. I did get the strawberry parfait, and that looks beautiful, and this beautiful plate of roundness and squareness. I can't wait to dig in, but it's so hard to figure out what to start off with first. Maybe the cream puff. And unfortunately, I think the only delicate way to do this or to eat this is with our hands. This reminds me of a really old TV show, The Smurfs, and it looks like one of their homes. Let's give it a try. Oh. Wonderful pastry with a bit of crackle on top. And inside, a nice tart raspberry with a creamy, luscious filling. Not too sweet, which is a sign of a good dessert. And a one biter or a 2. I think we got to try that Bailey's cake. And I think we can break the shard. There we go. Gently. All right. A little bit of cream. And the wonderful layers. If you're here, potato leek soup, the naan, the wonderful lobster, which is actually not included, as I mentioned. But definitely go for this coffee, chocolate, mocha, Baileys, layered delight. And I am making a mess of things, but the messier they are, the better they taste. And if the mocha, coffee, chocolate Bailey's cake is this good, I can't imagine what the real one will taste like. I just realized this was the orange chocolate cake, and it is very good. But let's go for the real thing and look at that custard. It's so soft and glides through the layers. You can taste the Baileys in a wonderful way. Soft and cakey and comforting. It reminds me of Christmas. And all we need now is a cup of coffee. And I see MJ coming again. Oh,
latte.
oh, thank you again. Oh,
Hope you enjoy.
perfect timing. Thank you. And this latte is much too pretty to drink, but that never stopped us before. And after the sip, the decoration becomes even more pretty. And I can't think of anything better with a cup of coffee than an apple crumble. Okay, nice and dense and lopsided. I'm making a bit of a mess. That's a little dry, but even more the reason to have this delicious latte. And I gotta try the strawberry gelée. And I think we'll need to have the chocolate and the cream first. Very good. Let's dig into it. A lot of cream, a little bit of jelly. Oh. That is so refreshing because it has layers of strawberry goodness, from a strawberry compote to the cream to the jelly. Oh, very nice. So this is the Conservatory in Melbourne. Beautiful riverway there, and I think this is probably one of the best buffets, if not the best, in Melbourne, and it's kind of fun to find out which is the best. So really great folks here like Sanjeev and Taz and Audrine, really welcoming. So I'm going to finish this off and then explore Melbourne some more and hopefully find maybe the number 2 or maybe the top spot of the buffets and just all the general restaurants here. The coffee here is fantastic. So thank you so much for joining. And before I leave you, I got to try this Rocher-like dessert. This is Ferrero Rocher Australian style. It's hard to eat. Oh my goodness. Look at it. This is a coconut blueberry Rocher. Beautiful chocolate on the outside, crispy, and a beautiful coconut cloud with a center of tart, sweet blueberry. Definitely go for this. Too big of a bite. So thank you so much for joining, and until we see each other again, I hope you're keeping well, I hope you're eating well, and I hope you're traveling well. And take care of each other, and God bless to you.